Welcome everyone to a quick update on how I'm doing. Well, I've got a bit of rhinovirus, but it doesn't stop me from having a positive mental attitude. Well, today I'd like to talk about being considerate of others when you have been unwell. And this is important. If you are unwell, have plenty of fluid, okay, because that is a must. Eat good, healthy foods and vegetables, and drink plenty of clear fluids to flush your system out. Here is Matt now. Good morning, Matt. Welcome to this short show. Glad you could come.
Thank you for having me here today, Barry.
Well, it is very important to keep yourself hydrated. Why? Because our bodies are made up of 180% water. And if you don't keep hydrated, that's how you could get sick. Here's Matt now for his opening sequence on this.
That's an important point. When we are sick, our bodies are usually run down. So being able to have lots of fluid, if you can't eat anything, it's the quickest way to flush out all those germs.
And also, if you have a cold or flu, okay, stay away and also carry some of this. This is hand gel. This kills 99.5% of germs. Okay, now how can you get rhinovirus? Well, you can either get it from someone else who has had it or unclean surfaces. So always clean your benches, your bathroom sinks, anything that's dirty. Here's Matt now.
That's it. Sanitary items. Clean things down. Wash your hands. Look after your workspaces.
And look after your colleagues as well, because they don't want you germs. Well, you've heard the saying, keep it to yourself. And where should you keep it? Away. Like a because no one wants your germs, guys. Here's Matt.
That's right, Barry. Nothing to add on that one, buddy.
So, I've been staying in my room since the day I got back from hospital last week. Now, I don't know how I got the rhinovirus or how I contracted it, but I had a test done. One of the staff came to me and said, I've got it, but did I cry over spilt milk? No. Only a 5-year-old would do that. And if you are not well enough, stay in your room. Here's Matt.
That's it. It's really important that you think about other staff members. Same if you're going to hospital or doctors or anywhere, to keep away from hospitals and doctors where you may infect other people as well.
But if you feel you need to enter a medical facility, wear a mask. Okay, because this is important. I had to wear a mask the other day before I left to come back here. Now, I won't put you off your lunch with what happened because I've got to be mindful of the viewers out there watching our show today. And also, before you leave the hospital, if you have any concerns about your health, I've also said this on many of the shows I've brought to you. Okay, raise your concerns in a polite manner. Don't argue with the doctors because they are only trying to get their point across and billions across to you. Here's Matt.
Very true, Barry. The doctors are there to help, so you need to listen and do what the professionals say.
But if you disagree on something that they've said or you disagree with something that is being discussed, please guys don't be an absolute fool. Okay, because like with me, I said, look, I may not be well enough to get home, to go home. I may have something else that's about to brew, but I will not go into that. Now, arguing with the doctors, no, it is not the way to go. Because a very important point I'd like to make, guys, is hospitals are not hotels. Okay, some people think they are, and they might enjoy the view from their room, but as my outsider pointed out, and I agree with him, hospitals do make you sicker. Here's Matt.
It's a good point, Barry. There, yes. We all need to go to hospital at some point. The quicker we can get in and get out, that can be the best for your health.
But, like I just said 2 moments ago, to say tell the doctors what your concerns are and why you don't want to go home and the reason. Because the bed must be occupied by another patient or another patient. Here's Matt.
That's it, Barry. It's always good to get into hospital, get your procedures done, and try and get out as quick as you can, so you can leave the beds ready for the next person. Because as Barry and I found out, when we went to check in, we had to wait till our bed was free due to someone else being in there.
And when you go into the admissions office, please have patience. That is the golden rule. Here's Matt.
That's it. Have all your paperwork ready. Explain them who your name is, and they will look up in their system and find it.
And patience is the word I'm looking for. Here's Matt.
That's it, Barry. Have patience, because it's not their fault. Things get held up. They're just the messenger.
And the bed that the person may have been lying in from their previous procedure, but it might not be ready. You may have to go to another ward, like Matt and I found out last week. So don't just barge up and say, hurry the hell up, because, you know, the staff are there to give you the best well, should I say, the staff are doing their best that they can to help you, because if you're rude and aggressive, guys, no, it doesn't put the ham on the sandwich or the icing on the cake. Being rude does not solve the problem. Here's Matt.
And it's no excuse either. Just because you're getting frustrated and want to wait, tough luck. You have to sit there and wait and be patient.
And like with me last week, I had the decency to bring a book. So if you know that there is the waiting game, please, you know, just be courteous. Just be respectful of the other patients that have to be admitted. Here's Matt.
That's it. It's all about patience, Barry. You've hit the nail on the head there, mate.
And like I've said before, have transport arranged to go to your appointment and have the paperwork ready. Here's Matt.
That's it. Once you've got all that, you are ready to be administered.
And like the staff up at the hospital were really friendly, and the ward was 5C, and the bed number was 29. Now, the view out of the window, sensational. Here's Matt.
It was a nice view, Barry. I'll give you that, even on a rainy day up there, buddy.
Well, it's time now for lunch, and we hope that you enjoy this little program. And I'm just going to pause for a moment so I can show you what the paperwork I'm talking about. So just hang in there. This is the paperwork you must take with you if you go to a medical appointment. Now this is what the manager will fill out here. Alright? If you viewers can see it on the screen there, that's what it looks like. And then the doctor will fill out the rest. Here's Matt.
That's it, Barry. As long as you've got all your paperwork there, you're ready to rock and roll, because they'll have all your information on their side in the computer.
And like I've said before, be honest with the doctors. Tell them the reason why you come, and don't BS. Here's Matt now.
That's it. If you need the doctor, it's common sense to tell them the truth, so you can get fixed up and get out of there. Otherwise, if you tell them lies, you'll be going back.
Because doctors are not there to be lied to, guys. So, as we leave you today, be really careful about, be mindful about what you say. And if you need privacy at your appointment, ask your carer politely to leave the room. Here's Matt now.
Well said, Barry.
So don't just fly off the handle like a and tell them to get out. to say, excuse me, I'd like some privacy at the appointment, please. That's all you've got to do, because manners do not cost a thing. And on that note, guys, time for us to say goodbye to you now, and we'll see you next time. And remember, save 000 for emergencies. Here's Matt now for his farewell on this.
Yes, that's good, great, Barry. The 000 is only for emergencies. It's like when you go to hospital. That's an emergency to get you fixed. So please don't clog up the system.
Because if you clog it up, it's like clogging up the drains with contaminated water, or just using the system just to go for a ride. Guys, that's not the way to go. And on that note, time for Matt to put some fuel into me to get me through the rest of the day, and I'm sure he must be starving. So here he is now to say goodbye to you now.
Goodbye, viewers. Thanks for listening again to the Barry Fear Show. I appreciate your time.
And we'll see you next time round. Bye bye now.